Healthcare's forgotten patients. Millions of Americans left to languish in prison or survive without treatment on the street. As the nation struggles to reform healthcare, who's fighting on behalf of the mentally ill in America? And is anyone in Washington listening?
These are the dark ages for people who are severely mentally ill. Often these people who are mentally ill in jails are beaten by other prisoners, sometimes beaten by guards, sometimes left for days in solitary confinement, hallucinating. It's a very serious and a very tragic situation that we have.
We are making criminals out of people without enough mental capacity to be responsible for what they do.
It's like having cancer. It's an illness.
And do you think you should be punished for that?
No. No, I think I should be helped.
They're psychotic, delusional, and often paranoid. But to understand how people with mental illness came to make up more than half the U.S. prison population, you need to start here, in the nation's parks, bus stations, and streets. Homelessness has become a part of the landscape in nearly every major city in America. But if you look closely at the individuals forced to live on the street, it's often more than just poverty at play. No one knows exactly what percentage of the homeless suffer from mental illness. Some advocacy groups estimate the number could be as high as 80%. It's a sad reality that for many leads to eventual confrontations with the law. Houston, Texas, the fourth largest city in America, has one of the nation's largest homeless populations. Incidents across the country where police officers have shot and killed mentally ill individuals have forced law enforcement here to rethink their approach.
You know, as years passed, we decided to take advantage of the resources in the community, specifically in the mental health community, and now we are much more professional in our response, in that we realize that jail is not the answer.
To see how this new program works, Fault Lines followed some of these specially trained teams into action.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Houston's home to the nation's largest CIT unit. CIT stands for Crisis Intervention Teams. The program partners cops with mental health clinicians.
It's not trying to get anybody on the spot whatsoever, but what we're trying to do is help. I want to make sure you're okay, all right?
Steve Augustine is a CIT officer with 15 years in the Houston Police Department.
Okay, look, I'm just going to make sure you don't have any weapons on you, okay? You're okay, all right? I'm not your enemy, okay? You're not going to jail. You're just going to the hospital, okay? Just going to the hospital, just for safety measures, okay?
This man was found by the police wandering through traffic on a downtown street.
Obviously, he's in crisis, so we're going to take him down to MPC, and MPC is basically going to get him stabilized, all right? And then basically later on, they take him to the hospital and then probably released out so he can, start life over again.
Fewer than 40,000 Americans currently reside in psychiatric hospitals, while according to the Department of Justice, 30 times that number, a whopping 1.25 million mentally ill, are serving time in U.S. jails and prisons.